morning.
Good morning. Week number, I believe, 57.
I don't want to know anymore.
I know you
I
don't.
want I want you to stop counting the weeks, please. Please. I'm
Okay,
so tired of it.
I know.
The sun is shining. It's beautiful. I'm so
It
glad
is.
it was supposed to be raining the whole um spring break,
Well,
and
you
so far so good.
and you were saying that it was supposed to rain this past weekend too. So I know you did your hike on Saturday because you were scared of rain on Sunday, and it didn't rain either day.
No, and I ended up hiking yesterday as well. So that was
I know.
nice.
I saw
We
that.
we went to Long Sault Parkway
Oh,
because they're opening next week for campgrounds, right? So we went to
mm-hmm,
walk in the campground while it's still uh, just shut down and nobody
mm-hmm.
there, and so it was really nice.
Which one did you go on? There's
Um,
a few, I think, isn't there?
I know the first one. I can't even remember the name, but it's on the little island. Like you turn on the parkway, and then right to your right, there's a little island with the campground there. I can't remember the name of it,
Oh,
but it was nice. We saw a whole bunch of interesting things. There were like fish bones on the cove, and we skipped rocks, and it was really a lot of fun. The kids enjoyed it, so
well, yeah, you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing outside.
yeah. Yeah, it's so nice that the weather is nicer now, and we can get out and play.
Yeah. Well, I unfortunately spent my whole weekend at my computer because I had some graphic design deadlines. So I didn't even look at Facebook very much because it's just takes time away. And when you've got a deadline, you know how it is. You want to
Oh yes.
zone in and get it done. So I did. But you know what I was thinking in the meantime? It's crazy how much we all live on Facebook. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like it's like you get up in the morning, you check Facebook. Why? This is crazy.
It's a different world, and
It
so
is.
check this out. So my son was, cuz it's beautiful, and so they're out all the time now. They're
Mhm.
outside and they're playing, and they were jumping on the trampoline, and I have a safety net around the trampoline.
Oh, good, good.
But there's like a little gap at the bottom of the
Hmm.
safety net, right? Anyway, so the big brother kind of pushed the little brother, and he's so
Oh,
light, right?
yeah, I
Ezekiel is
know.
so light.
I know.
Um, so he just slid right under, and he fell on the other side, like not head first, thank God, but he
Yeah.
fell, and then as he fell, then he bumped his head. So I had him see a doctor online.
Hmm.
This is so great that now you can have doctor's appointments online. You can just go on. I use TELUS Health, and then you just have an app on your phone. You schedule your appointment. 10, 30
No.
minutes later, he was seeing a doctor, and so they didn't think too much of it. But long story short, he might have a mild concussion, and so he was told to stay off his phone, which is here.
Yep.
um, so he was told to stay off his phone, no electronics, no
Hmm.
reading, no television. So he was going stir crazy. Like it's crazy how these kids are hooked on electronics. No Xbox, no nothing, right? Oh
Hmm.
my gosh, like it was torture, pure torture. He had to do that for like 48 hours, and then he can start doing it a little and see
Hmm.
how his head feels. But yeah.
I know
they're
that.
they're hooked.
Yeah, they don't know how to live without it. I was actually, it was so cute, Julia, because it was Rowan, my grandson in Calgary's seventh birthday last Wednesday. So we had sent him a gift through Amazon because, again, like, what else do you do? So I was actually talking to Katrina, and the door that somebody knocked on the door, the gift got delivered. We're watching our gift get delivered. We're in
Oh,
Calgary. He's opening it. He opens it up in front of us, and it was really neat. The timing was perfect. It was so good.
wow, that's so cool.
But but I mean, these are kids that are constantly on their tablets. Like every conversation is about the tablets. So you know what I got him, and I sent him one of these at Christmas. I don't know if you remember when you were little. You got a coloring book, and you have a paintbrush with water, and you water. like put water
And the
on it and
colors
the
come out.
colors come out. Well, now you got the magic marker version, eh? It's cleaner.
Oh, nice.
So at Christmas, I sent him one from the dollar store, for heaven's sakes, and he was obsessed with it. He was so excited with it. My daughter said he sat and colored the entire thing. He
Oh,
didn't even
wow.
leave, did
It's
not leave
like
his room.
magic. It's like
I know.
magic.
So I sent it. Well, that's what they call it. I think it's magic marker coloring or something.
Okay.
So I sent him one for Spider Man and one for Ninja Turtles. Wow! As soon as they opened it, him and his brother Grayson right into it.
Oh, wow.
Forget everything else. They just colored every single one. They were so excited. There was mazes and puzzles, and it was so nice to see them actually off their tablets and
Yeah.
doing
It,
normal stuff.
it was so funny because he was bored, right? So he came to bug me like a million times because
Of
he's like,
course.
he's bored. So at one point he comes and he tells me, he says, Mom, how did you do this? Like, what did you do in the olden days? Like, he was like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Well, we entertained ourselves. We played with our toys. We like, you have toys in your room. Go and play
Hmm.
with them." And
Hmm.
and it's funny because he does that all the time. Like, he has his phone next to him. Like that's what I find with the kids is that they're they need like five things going on at once to be
Hmm.
entertained. It's not even like one thing anymore. It's like all the stimuli at once. Like my other son, when he does the dishes here, he has the Google Home going with the video on there, and then he has his phone with Snapchat, and he's Snapchatting his friends, and he's
Yeah.
listening to music at the same time, and he's doing the dishes. You know, it's like they can't accomplish anything if there's not like five things going on in the background. It's kind of
Yes.
crazy. Are your kids like that? I'd like to know if it's only my kids or if it's just a generational thing. Just
Yeah.
answer me in the comments, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like takes multitasking to a whole new level. But at the same time, I find that they're not efficient. Like if my son just took 5 minutes to focus on doing the dishes, it'd be done in five
Yeah.
minutes rather than an hour.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Whenever I'm working on a deadline on the graphic side, I turn everything off because
Yeah,
it's to me it's too distracting. Yes, I can do it. I can multitask, but it takes me like four times longer to do the project. So to
exactly.
me, it's not worth it. Same as when we're doing the seeker, when we're putting that together. I try and stay away from everything else because it's distracting. You go in there, oh, somebody just messaged me. I'll go check, and then 3 hours later,
Right, because you
you're
you kind
still
of like
scrolling.
you see the message, but you don't leave it at that. You just like something else grabs your attention, and then
Yeah,
you just go there and then go there and then.
yeah.
Speaking of seekers,
Oh my God,
our
there
new
we are.
copy is out. Our
Yes,
new, and it's beautiful. It's another edition of our local faces of the pandemic. So this time it's focusing, and we have a nice other side too. But we're focusing on small business owners and how they've been
mhm.
affected by the pandemic, and so you can read all their stories in this section of the Seeker.
And of course, our regular section is at the front, like always. Now, I do want to mention something because this morning I was answering somebody. They were asking if they can read this online. Well, yes, they can read the seeker part. The seeker part itself is always online every month, but the magazine part is not. So
The flip
basically,
side, as we call it.
oh yeah, the magazine, and that's what this is, the flip. Again, I was telling Julia, there's so many people that have no idea what this is. So it's the flip. You read the front, you flip to the back.
Exactly. So it's a very different product and unique. So give it a try. You can pick them
Mm-hmm.
up at our office right now because of the stay at home orders. We have decided to just put it in our box strictly. So, but there'll be copies throughout the month. You can come and get yours. It's 327 Second Street East, and the box is on the parking lot side. So on the side of the house.
Yeah, we just wanted to make it safe for everybody, so have contactless pickup because we don't really want people going into places to pick it up if they don't have to, waiting in line and all that. So you just come, pick it up, and leave it.
Reduce traffic, right? That's the whole point of
Yeah.
this lockdown, is to reduce traffic, reduce the movement of the people. So we're trying to reduce your movement, people. We're restraining you in sorts.
Well, the thing is, I mean, there's still a lot of people out walking too. So if you're walking by the office, pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I've walked quite a bit. Like I've joined this group. So a friend of mine, Lauren Secord, you probably
I
know
know
her.
her. Yeah.
She started this group, this walking group, and it's called 100. I think it's 100K in May with Lauren. And so the
Oh.
point is to get walking and just get moving for the month of May. I know we're still in April, but you can start getting in the habit this
Hmm.
month. And so people are going on there on the group, and they're posting their little walks, and it serves a few purposes. One, it's kind of encouraging to see that others are
Hmm.
doing it too. You're kind of part of a group, and it's motivating, right? So
Yeah.
you kind of feel like, okay, well, I'm going to do it because like all my friends are doing it. And then the other neat thing is that by posting their walks, you can see where people have walked,
Hmm.
and so you get ideas of where you could go. So because
Yeah.
they're posting pictures and their route, and so you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll go there next time. That's what I did. Like I saw somebody who had posted that they went to um, the campground in Long Sault. So I was like, oh, what a neat place to go. And they were
Hmm.
mentioning that the campground is closed and there's nothing there. And it's like, you can have a nice peaceful walk
Hmm.
before the craziness happens next week. So I thought, okay, well, let's take the kids there. That's a neat place to go.
No, that's
S-
a really good idea. Actually, I didn't even know about that, but I am going to
oh,
visit.
I'll invite you to the group.
Yeah,
So
invite me because I really want to go. Speaking of walks and where to walk, we have our part 4 of the walking tour by Ian Bowering, which is it's awesome because again, he's a historian. He takes you through a walking tour. This time, the residential walk,
yeah,
and he tells you a little bit about all these places you're going to go by. So that is in the
yeah.
Seeker.
It was kind of neat. I had a lady this week who came and she picked up a copy of the New Seeker in the box, and she saw the walking tour, and then she knocked at my door and she said, "Do you have back copies for the part 1, 2, and 3, please?" They're pretty neat. It's a nice little walk.
Yeah, it's kind of neat because I mean we'll see these buildings all the time. Like we just drive by them or walk by them or whatever, but you have that little tidbit of information that's really interesting.
Yeah,
So,
and the Facebook history group is also pretty neat. Like they post stories all the time of stuff, and one person has started doing superimposition of old places, what it would look like in this day and age, right? So he at one point he
oh,
posted the Kentucky Fried Chicken on, I think it's Adolphus. I'm not sure. Um, is that Adolphus or
Kentucky Fried
Augustus.
Chicken.
Augustus. You know where the Times Square is on Second, and you know
Yeah,
where Studio 101 is.
yeah.
Okay, so right next to Studio 101, like if you're facing Studio 101 on to the left, the
Okay.
building there, it's a new building now. It's not the original building,
Yeah.
but he kind of erased that new building and posted what the Kentucky Fried Chicken looked like back in the day. Like he took a picture from the Kentucky Fried Chicken and posted it there. That's where it was.
Oh, that's where it was?
That's where it was. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So like
interesting.
back in the, I don't know, 50s maybe or
Yeah, yeah.
60s, I don't know, but that's where it was. And then he did another picture with um like electric trains. Like supposedly we had electric trains in Cornwall. I didn't even know that. Like trams, like they have in Toronto, but they were more like industrial looking. I
Mhm.
from what the picture, from what I gathered from the picture,
Mhm.
it looked more. And I think it was fifth or fourth. I'm not sure, but he posted it like he superimposed the old thing right in smack in the middle of today's Fourth Street. Where
Oh my
so
God.
it's pretty cool. Go and check it out if you.
Well,
I
where
can't
is that?
remember. I think it's the just the historical Facebook page. Let me try to see if I can find it, and I'll post a link so people can
Yeah,
go
I'll
and
do that.
see it.
That would be interesting. Like I
Uh,
say, you tend to find a lot of this stuff. I'm not on Facebook as much. Like I don't scroll around as much as you do, so you always come up with neat stuff.
yeah, That's probably why I don't accomplish much. No, actually, I accomplish a lot, but I'm pretty efficient. But okay, let me see here. So, history.
No, I mean, I have to admit, I was multitasking yesterday, kind of doing what your kids do because I didn't have Facebook on, but I had to catch up on 15 episodes of Coronation Street. So
Oh,
I was doing that. And I think I've still got another four to go. Shelley's going, what are you doing? He goes, I'm binge watching, I'm working.
yeah. Okay, so I think this is the one right here. So yeah, look at
Oh, there
this.
you go.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there's Studio 101 and interesting.
So this is where that one was. And
Oh, and so what's
so
the,
here's the tram. Here's the tram.
oh my goodness. Yeah, that is interesting.
Right?
Then and now, oh, then and now, just like the historical column that we have.
Yeah. So Gary Trudeau.
Oh,
So I don't know you, Gary, but thank you for doing this. This is awesome. Like keep them coming.
so what
It's pretty cool.
is it on a group or
It's on
something?
the yes, it's on historic Cornwall in and around the SDNG in photos and stories.
Oh,
So join this group. I'm gonna actually post it in
yep.
the comment section so people can easily access it. Here you go. Yeah, neat little group. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, it is. You know what? I love history. That was one of my favorite subjects. I just love history. But I mean, in England, it was all the English tutors and all that stuff. But I
Hmm.
just love history here too. That's why I'm happy that we've got the museum back for the page and all the historic stuff that they post.
Yeah.
Because I love seeing how Cornwall used to look.
It is. It's super interesting. Like we were going down that bike path with the kids, and so they're little, right? So
Mm,
even the new bridge and the old bridge that was taken down, like what, 5 years ago?
yeah,
Was it like 5 years ago? I don't know. Anyways, um, even that they kind of have a vague memory of that bridge, but
yeah.
they don't really remember it. So walking by that place and seeing the plaques and all the history behind it, they were super fascinated. Like it was cool to see. And that wheel, like I had no idea, but that wheel in the water is from a big drawbridge.
Mhm, mhm.
So, and it's massive. Like Mai-Liis, you didn't see it because it was dark when we went.
Yeah.
Um, but I was like, I had seen just a little part when we went.
Yep.
Like I could see just one little part,
Yeah.
but I had no clue it was this big. It is humongous. You should see that thing. It's like it's massive.
Well, I'm gonna have to take a walk over there. It's not too far.
Yeah.
And that was quite an experience that we had the other day too.
It was, and I'm gonna put it up
post a
on the
post a
screen.
post a picture. I still laugh because they just look so funny. I smile every time I see a picture of these things.
They are super cool, and they're supposed to start running the tours in May. I'm just trying
Hmm.
to find a picture so our viewers can see what we're talking about here.
We want to keep them in
Um,
suspense until they see it.
yeah, hold on. Scrolling. Oh, this is super slow today. Uh, well, okay, I don't have mine, but I'll just go on their Facebook page and use theirs instead. Okay, so these little nifty things
Hmm.
are,
That,
I'll go on the photos to show people.
yeah, I can
All
see it.
right, so these are nifty little um,
What are they called?
pedicabs.
Pedicab. That's what it is.
Pedicabs. So they're pedicabs. They're cabs. Sorry, there's a two-seater in the back and a driver. So the
Yeah.
driver is sitting in front of you and carrying you wherever you're going. There's going to be like, here we are.
There
There's
we
going to
are.
be like three different tours available that go to Power Dam. They go to, actually, that was in front of your house, Mai-Liis, I believe. This one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know what? He was going to drop me off. I wanted him to drop me off at the clock tower and then keep going. He says, well, I'm going back to the shop. So I'll drop you off at the house. So I'm laughing because all these drivers are driving by us. I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, oh my God, if they don't
Yeah.
if they don't know about it, I'm just wondering what they're thinking. You know,
Yeah.
we're waving and going down Cumberland. It was
Yeah.
so funny. So yeah, he dropped me off at my house and then he kept going. So it was really cute.
Yeah. So they're super cute. They're super cool. It's a nice, new, innovative way to discover your waterfront.
Yep.
Um, they go all the way to Power Dam, and then there's another one in Lamoureux Park, and there's one that goes to Grace Creek, I believe. So,
And
um,
again, you're going to get a little bit of tidbits of history as you go. I mean, we did. We got that little bit with the wheel.
yeah.
I would not have known about that.
Well, I had no clue that, like, I had
No.
never been on that other side of the bridge.
Yeah, I know you. That's what you're
So,
saying.
yeah, I have seen the east side of the bridge, like from here all the way to Renshaw Island, like
Yeah.
time and time again, and I know that one pretty like the back of my hand, but that other side, the west side, I had never walked to it, and
Yep.
it's a shame. I'm ashamed to say this because it is such a beautiful path and beautiful waterfront. Um, Lots to
Well,
discover. There's the old
yeah.
locks, and then you see the dump tar, and like my kids were all like, "What is that, mom?" You know?
And right
Yeah,
in their own backyard. I know a few summers ago we biked that part a lot.
yeah.
We did a lot of bicycling that way. And that's another thing I need to get back into.
The kids were asking if we can get bikes and start, biking this summer. Maybe that's a 2021 pandemic trend that we're going to start. Like the 2020 pandemic trend was the hiking, and now maybe the
Hmm.
2021 pandemic trend is going to be biking.
I mean, at least that's one thing that's coming out of all this. We're doing different things that we normally wouldn't, because you
Yeah.
wouldn't have started hiking, and
No, probably not.
that was your stress release to get away for one day, and it's working perfectly.
Oh yeah, it's been great, and with this new walking group. So yesterday I needed cilantro, um, and normally I would just jump in my car and go get it,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
so I decided to jump on my feet and go get it instead. And so I walked all the way to Farm Boy and then back here, and that's about like 3.7 kilometers, I think. So
Oh
I
yeah,
started my day. It's
that's
a
a
nice little walk. It's a
good
nice
little
little walk.
hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people on there, they walk like 20 kilometers a
Well,
day. Like, I'm
look
like, oh
at
my God, I got 12 in 2 days and I'm so sore today.
look at Jane McLaren. She's always out walking and not little walks. She's got big walks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She does like big walks, long walks.
I know.
Anyways, maybe I'll get there sometime.
Yeah, I've got to really start to motivate myself again. I was doing really well for a while, and you know how it goes. If you don't make it an appointment with yourself, you kind of stop. I mean, better still,
Correct.
yeah, if you have somebody motivating you, it's even better. But
It helps. It helps for sure.
oh,
So Gail's asking, what are you ladies
what are you
doing
ladies
today
doing?
on this nice, beautiful day? Um, I don't know yet. My kids, believe it or not, are still sleeping. So I'm not sure what's on the agenda for today. I know they've been, like I said, they've been enjoying our backyard, and I'm so thankful. Like I want to say, one of the things that this pandemic has taught me is to really count my blessings. And one of the things I'm really, really thankful for is my backyard.
Oh, I was thinking that yesterday too. Like ours is all fenced in, and I've got all my perennials coming up, and we've got it's just beautiful. I've got my all my lilacs are in bud, so it's just watching all this. It's beautiful. Like it's taught us to appreciate the little things that are around us,
It's the little things, exactly.
the things that we don't that we take for granted, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So it's good. That's what one of the positive things of this pandemic.
And we're not it any more than that
Well,
because we said today we're staying away from it.
and trying really, really hard,
Yes, we are.
biting our tongues.
Because it surrounds us. We need to see the positive, nice side. So I'm just looking. Before I forget, I do want to give a happy birthday shout out in advance to my oldest son, Christian, who's turning 33 this Wednesday. And here's an issue. When he was 29, it was easy to say, oh, my son's 29. When he turned 30, 31, 32, and now 33, it's like, oh my God, how old am I? If he's in his 30s, I must be ancient. Because I was talking to somebody this weekend too about, how did age hit you when you were like turned 20, turned 30, turned 40? Didn't hit me at all. It was when my son turned 30 that it hit me. Oh, Gail's saying something.
So Archambault Iron Works is open. If anyone wants to stop by and check out the lawn ornaments, bird bats, and flower pots, Mai-Liis, you'll have to check that out.
I,
You
d-
love
I
those things.
Well, we bought a fountain, like the big fountain, many, many, many years ago. I got it as a Mother's Day gift, and it's been with me from house to house to house. And that was where that was from, Archambault Ironworks.
Oh, cool.
Still got it. It's in the secret garden. But yeah, I was thinking about a bird bath.
Secret, not seeker.
Yeah, no, that is our secret
Secret. Yeah.
garden. Yeah, that's the other thing we
You
talked
should call
about.
it the Secret Seeker Garden.
Yeah, the amount of times that I say the Cornwall Seeker and they come back and say the Cornwall Secret.
Yeah.
Well, it is a secret, but it is the
It's the,
seeker.
yeah.
Yeah, my
Oh,
secret,
boy.
it's really, really cute. It's just a little section off the kitchen window.
Hmm.
It's full of trees. I've got all my bird feeders in there. And yesterday I looked out, there had to be all kinds of blackbirds. There's not just one kind. It seems that there's all kinds of them. There had to be 12 of them in there. You should have seen my cat. He was in the window, she was in the window, did not leave that window.
Oh, yeah. It was.
Between the cats and the
That's
squirrels,
the Facebook for cats.
I say cat TV.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's wonderful. It's just amazing how many different birds come. And at the same times every day. It's like this is their feeding time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really neat.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's how I kind of have been keeping busy with my birds. They're eating me out of house and home. I'm at Moise's feed and seed all the time, buying bird food, but I love it.
Oh,
I love
that's cool. It's a little price to pay for a lot of entertainment.
it. It is. It is. It is.
All right. Want to talk about this event happening soon?
Well, it's happening on Sunday, April the 24th at 7 p.m. It's called Human Values Day 2021. And you know what? I printed something out because there's a lot to read about it. So I'm just going to read a little bit. It starts, human values are the positive and desirable qualities of character such as honesty, integrity, tolerance, justice, and respect inherent in all human beings. We're born with these, and we are celebrating this day of human values, April 24th, by adding the wariness and sharing together more lights and adding more lights in this important topic. Apparently, there's 90 cities in Canada that have proclaimed April 24th as Human Values Day, and we're one of them. Bernadette, our mayor, proclaimed it as Human Values Day in Cornwall.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to attend the event. It's a virtual event, so go to it and hook up to it on that day. So I think it's just all about bringing everybody together.
Yeah, which is hard right now.
It is. Well, it says for sustainable global peace and happiness, the practice of human values in our daily lives is most important. It is important, but
It is really hard right now. Okay, I said I was not going to go there, but I'm going to go there.
I know where you're
I
going.
say that every week now. I say that every week. I'm not going to go there, and then I say, okay, well, I'm going to go
But
there.
but
Okay,
but
so
Julia, we stayed away from it for most of the show, so
hey,
go for it.
31 minutes without talking about COVID. Hey, that's a
A record.
record for sure. Okay, so but I'm going to say something positive about it though.
Go.
I'm not going
Good.
to say something negative.
Good.
Um so it's hard right now because both sides of the issue are not seeing the other side of the issue.
Hmm.
Um we come from a place where we're kind of like um judging each other
Hmm.
and condemning what the other side is doing. So one side is anti-lockdown, anti-masks, and they don't want to see the argument behind our side, and we're guilty of the same, where
Hmm.
we're kind of like not seeing the argument on the other side, and just really, and I think that with the new lockdown measures, I kind of sort of agree with the messaging no more lockdown at this point, because but not like they're doing it, not as they're sending the message. I don't think the lockdowns, how they're doing it right now, is necessarily working,
Hmm.
and I know that without enforcement it is completely useless,
I
and
agree.
they are not enforcing it.
No.
So then there's really no point in doing it and making small businesses suffer just because you want to look like you're doing it. So the government is putting something in place. They're asking all the small businesses to make huge sacrifices, and
Hmm.
it's always um, the same group that get the bulk of it. It seems like the hairdressers and
Yeah.
the spas and the the gyms, and and restaurants, and so it's always the same people, it seems, that are hurt by it. And then you're going to slap them in the face by not enforcing what the rules that you have put in place. So it's kind of counterproductive, and it's not going to work. And people, quite frankly, I think people are just fed up, and they're not doing it anymore. So the lockdowns a- as they have it in place right now is not going to work.
Now, to me, I mean, in my
Schools
opinion,
need to be closed.
yeah, a lockdown is a lockdown. Lockdown everything. But
Yeah.
the schools are open, and yes, in school the kids are wearing masks, but when they're walking home, they're all in groups. They're together, no masks. Like I don't know. I'm just not understanding how this is going to work. I don't
Yeah.
see how it's going to
And
work.
and and so the other side is coming from a place where, you know, I don't think it's not like they want to clog our ERs. It's not like they want the system to be overloaded, but they really, really, really believe that if you just take your vitamins and trust your immune system, that it's going to do its job and that you're going to be just fine, and that if you're not in agreement with this, just stay away
Hmm.
and stay in your home and you'll be just fine, you know? Well, it doesn't work that way. You can't stay in your home all the time. You have to go and get groceries.
Yeah.
And then you are kind of put in the way of things, and you got to go to work. Like, it's not like you can say, "Okay, that's it. I'm not liking the whole bunch of people who are not following the guidelines, so I'm just not going to go to work anymore." It's not as simple as that. You cannot just not go to work. You got to feed yourself, you gotta live, you gotta pay for
Pay
your
your
rent,
bills.
and you
Yep.
gotta pay your bills, so you have to go to work.
Yeah.
So you are in a situation where you don't have a choice. You're in contact with people, and these people who were at the gathering in Kemptville with 200 other people can bring it to you and make you sick. So it's not like, anyways, that's all I got to say about this today.
No, I totally agree with all this. And of course that people are getting tired, but
Where's your Lily?
actually I was going to have it here just in case we went towards that subject, but I thought, no, we're not going to do it, so I don't need it. It's in the front office. Do I need to get it?
No, 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 you're okay. Here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to post
A pretty picture.
pictures of unicorns. Here
Oh,
we
okay.
go. Here we go. It's a beautiful picture of a unicorn. I'm going to do rainbows and unicorns from now on.
Okay, perfect.
Here we go. Beautiful
Oh,
unicorn. Isn't that beautiful?
yeah, it is. See
Here you
how
go.
we can distract ourselves?
Here you go. Rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah, this
It's
way
all
we.
rainbows and unicorns. Actually, I got a friend of mine yesterday when I went for my walk. I came back and Lisa Gray, who's like
Mhm,
one of our writers, right? She writes all the cool stories about the people.
mhm.
She had left some bread, like some orange
Oh,
pound cake in my mailbox. So
oh,
that's kind of,
nice.
yeah, that kind of lifted my spirits for the day.
Well, I actually saw a post from Pitt Street Gardens, like what for their microgreens. Like
Yeah.
you can buy all different a mixture of microgreens for $15, like a week, I believe. I have to go and look at their website.
Where is that?
Well, Pitt Street Gardens, it's all locally grown, and you can. I have to look because I just saw the post. I didn't go look at the website. Pitt Street Gardens.
Okay,
Look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
So I think the way it works, you pay a certain amount every month, and they deliver fresh greens to you.
Really?
Yeah. So they had a post yesterday. There was a bag of kale. There was some different greens that you can put in salads. And I'm a huge eater of salads. I have to have my half a plate full of greens. So I'm actually looking at taking a peek at their website because I think that's a good idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
I mean, it's another way that you don't have to go into a big store if you don't want to. It's a lot safer.
Yeah, I love microgreens and I don't eat them enough. I totally would do that, like 100%.
Yeah, I pick up the spring mix, and if I could, I would just eat that. But of course, it's not going to sustain me. But
Yeah.
and I eat it even without salad dressing. I just love my greens. So we've got our patch in the back. I am going to grow lettuce this year.
Yeah.
It's so easy to grow, but I keep saying I'm not doing a vegetable patch. It's a lot of work, but that is so nice to grow, and you just pick it as you need it.
Yeah. It's a lot of work for sure, but it's well worth it because you kind of, you know, um rip the results of your efforts. You put a lot of efforts
Mhm.
into it and you care for it, and but then it feeds you, so it's kind of neat. um Hey, so last week I took my kids to Harvey's, and
Oh
um
yes,
and then I got them um
kids meal.
oh, hold on. I'm going to come back to this. Hold that thought. Lucia, congratulations.
Oh yes,
Awesome.
congratulations, great
Wow.
grandchild.
Great grandchild. Eighth great grandchild. Congratulations.
How,
Stay safe,
how's
Lucia.
how's that possible? Lucia's not old enough to have
No, no, she's way too young. Look at her.
even
She's like 50.
even one great grandchild, but eight. She's way
Yeah.
too young.
That lady is full of energy and
Mm.
like ninth, she said. Sorry, ninth. Ninth grandchild. Look at her. She's so pretty.
Not
I love
grandchild,
Lucia.
great grandchild.
Great grandchild, right?
Yeah, she's a beautiful lady.
She is. Okay, so I was saying, hold on here. So yeah, so
Harvey's
Harvey's. So yeah, so I got them the child's, deal,
meal. Yeah.
kids meal,
Mhm.
and so they get their kids meal, and in the kids meal, it is a seed. So there's this little pot with like 5 seeds in it,
Mhm.
and some kind of compounded earth that's like a little thing of earth like this thick.
Like a
Um,
little square or something.
well, it's round and it's just like, but so what you do is you pour the water on this
Yep.
thing, and it kind of expands
Mhm.
into like ground, and then
Yeah.
you plant the seeds, and then the kids can watch the seeds grow. I thought it was so neat. I thought it was like, there, Harvey's thumbs up for this. It's like
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
neat idea.
Instead of a plastic toy that kind of gets set lost.
Pollutes the environment, and
Yeah, no. And it encourages kids to plant and watch.
yeah, and it's neat because it gives them something that they care for, and then they
Yep.
can see it grow. And it's like, my daughter, actually, they did that in school. The teacher went to, it was kind of neat too. The teacher went to every mailbox of every child that's remote learner right now,
Uh-huh.
and she drops the seeds everywhere. And so they planted seeds, and she's doing pretty good. Her things are growing great. Beets. She has beans. She has tomatoes. She has
Wow.
cucumbers, and she has radishes.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you, stay away from it, Julia. Stay away from all
I
that stuff.
know. Well, my
So,
tomatoes were not so bad last time. I got some tomatoes out of it, like three.
well, no, you did all right. I don't know what happened. But you don't, I mean, you don't kill everything, almost everything, but
Well,
not everything.
the tomatoes were okay. Although, three tomatoes in a season is not like great, but
Yeah,
but
but three is better than 103 because you can't eat them all.
oh,
Once,
I would
once,
eat them all.
well,
My
once they
daughter loves tomatoes.
once they start coming, they don't stop.
That's great. Like, my daughter would just eat that like an apple.
Yeah, I used to too until I got acid reflux. Now I can't even have one. It's so sad.
Yeah. Oh, anyways. So, I'm all out of things to talk about. You guys have stuff you want to talk about?
Well, I was looking to see if there was any events going on. If
Well, you're in
right,
stay-at-home orders. It's going to
no,
be
I
all
mean,
online.
yeah, virtual events to advertise. So, guys, if you have anything, please post and let us know. I mean, you can post it here in the comments. Put it right here,
Yeah,
or go on the Seeker site, the seeker.ca, in the events, and post it on our calendar.
absolutely.
Because I don't
It's
know,
free.
it's free, but it's so hard to find virtual events. Yes, they pop up on when they're happening, but that is not the way we want to advertise it. We want to let people know ahead of time.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so help us out. One day, we are going to get back to our 4-page insert of what's coming up this month. I know we are. Hopefully,
I love your enthusiasm, Mai-Liis.
hopefully sooner than later, because I certainly miss that. I mean, that's what we started it for.
Yeah.
And now we don't have any events in the middle because nothing can happen.
Well, we're one of these businesses who had to pivot, like so
We
many
did.
others.
We did. And that's one of the reasons, like I keep telling people, you won't see us all over Cornwall right now for this month. We're going to go month by month. I mean, because it's a lockdown, we're only available in the Seeker distribution box. But because I know everybody said, well, where can we find you? We can't see you. We never see you. Well, we're really pivoting because a lot of our drop-off spots are closed.
Yeah,
They're doing only curbside, so really we can't drop them off in a lot of places.
exactly. So we'll try. We'll take it one day at a time. That's all we can do, is take this one day at a time and try to stay safe, and yeah,
And keep all our readers safe.
safe, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is 10:45. I think we're going to cut this one short because That's it.
Because does anybody really want to hear us rambling for another 15 minutes?
Probably not. Anyways, so yeah, just if you have anything to talk about, if you have anything to any event happening, just go and do like Mai-Liis said. Go to the website theseeker.ca, and if you want to discuss any topic and come and chat with us on a Monday morning, just send us an email to info@theseeker.ca. And that's it. Have yourself a great.
I do want to say one more thing before we go. We are working on the May Seeker right now.
Oh, yes.
Deadline is the 22nd of April, and the May Seeker is the gardening issue, gardening and homes. So if you want to submit anything, if you want to put an ad in, especially garden centers, because we know garden centers are staying open at reduced capacity, but they're definitely staying open. So if you want to put an ad in, now's the time to contact us at info@theseeker.ca or 613-935-3763 extension 1. Let us know that you want in. We'll send you a price list. If you've got a column, if you want to write, if you've got a beautiful picture of a garden or something, that would even be nice.
You can even put it. Yeah, and if you sign up before the 14th, we have a special going on right now for that issue that you can go in for 50% off. So by the 14th, you got 2 days. 2 days.
Exactly. And we're also working on our staycation issue. So
yes, a little more about that on next Monday.
In the meantime, have yourself a Are we done?
Yes, have yourself a great day.
Have yourself a super duper week.
All right. Bye, people.
Bye-bye.